Okay, Corrective Action. This perk is honestly straight doo-doo. It's probably one of the worst perks in the game, and I think this might even take the cake over Calm Spirit because I think there is legitimately no use to this perk, but we're going to find out today in Trash to Treasure, where we're going to try and make this awful perk actually valuable. So if you don't know what Corrective Action does, and trust me, that wouldn't surprise me because you've probably never seen a single person use this before in your life. This perk starts with 3 tokens, and anytime anyone cooperating on an action with you fails a skill check, it's converted into a normal, good skill check. So basically, you prevent a gen explosion from your Meg teammate on the gen, and that's literally all this perk does. You thought Technician was bad, which helps to prevent gens from blowing up when you fail skill checks, but this is even worse because it's for other people. At least with Technician, you can bring it if you know that you yourself are bad at hitting skill checks, and it helps you learn the game a bit while avoiding having the killer check your gen every 5 milliseconds. But Corrective Action is a perk you bring in to assume that your teammates are going to fail skill checks. Now, most people who have played this game for longer than 10 minutes can probably hit every single skill check with no problem. Skill checks aren't really that difficult. They're just there so that the survivor has like a little mini game to do so they don't die of utter boredom while on the generator, or so they don't fall asleep while playing the game. So yeah, Corrective Action just isn't really necessary. I think what they should do with this perk is make it so that goods get upgraded to greats and faileds get upgraded to goods, and that way it will be like a stakeout for your teammates. Personally, I don't think that would even be that strong, but it would make this perk actually do something. Because right now, very few games will you ever deplete the tokens. I don't think I've ever seen more than 1 token of this get used. I have used it probably more than the average person has ever used this perk. But let's appreciate what it does do. Probably the only benefit of this perk is if the killer is coming to interrupt your gen and your teammate runs off and they get that random skill check which always seems to trigger every single time that you leave a gen. That would be prevented with Corrective Action. Of course, that doesn't work for you and you have to still be on the gen as they're leaving, but that is probably the only benefit to this. Or if you are playing with a group of Megs, because Megs are known for their ineptitude at the most basic elements of the game. So we're going to hope to get some Megs, but if that fails, we just hope to get a noob. Quite frankly, I've been losing like 90% of my games anyway, so there's a high chance that we're going to be put into a lobby with completely brand new players anyway, so maybe this is going to be perfect. Now, to use Corrective Action a lot, we have Bond, which will allow us to go and find allies to cooperate on gens, because this doesn't do anything unless we co-op on a gen. We also have Prove Thyself, which gives us some co-op repair speed. I hate to run a gen rush build, but really Corrective Action is only good when you're like co-oping a gen, so really the only way is to encourage people to co-op on gens with me, and Prove Thyself is pretty much the only way to do that. I also have the new Bardic Inspiration, because this perk's really good for co-oping gens as well, and I also just want to see Fung play the lute. Not bringing any item, because we don't really need anything. I could bring a toolbox, but I don't really want to rush gens. The whole point is just to see if anyone that I do a gen with fails a skill check. And I'm going to keep going until we use like at least 1 token of Corrective Action in the game. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the games. This will probably be very uninteresting, but hopefully I can at least use the perk once. Okay, Forgotten Ruins. And it seems like every single time you always spawn 4 survivors in main building, in shack. Damn. Unfortunate. We have a pallet somewhere here. No pallet. That is unfortunate. Our beautiful song. I really wanted to hold that, but... Oh, there's the pallet. Damn. Okay, well, we're gonna get reset. Also, if Kate happened to fail a healing skill check here, it would also be corrected. Okay, sweet. Oh my god, I got stuck on the pallet. Yeah, I mean, that's just a bad place to be stuck. Get some prove thyself value at least, and maybe some corrective action value. The killer is not committing to chases right now. I wonder why. Okay, he will probably commit to this chase. Okay. Problema, we do not have any paletos. Okay. I do know of a pallet back here. I'm just going to run to this. Never mind, we should not have done that. I was going to die there eventually anyway, though. That was a lost cause, I'm afraid. Well, let's try next game. Okay, Forgotten Ruins again, and it seems like survivors always force spawn here in the shack, which is very interesting. Immediately spawn next to the totem. If the killer figures out that survivors always spawn in shack, you can find 4 people instantly every game, which is kind of wild. It's not meant to be a prove thyself showcase, but we do have to co-op on a gen in order for the Zarina to fail a skill check. Sadly, she did not get a skill check as she was leaving the gen there, so... Oh, okay. See if we can loop Shack a little. Oh, I think he's going to interrupt the... No. Trying to get him on me, though. Oh, he's undetectable. Okay. That was close. Okay, he has a very weird vault animation. Him having no terror radius is very confusing. I think we have another pallet here. We have to drop. He doesn't have Mage Hand for a while now, so... Oh, that was good. I should... Well, if we drop, he can go over, so I don't really know. We should have kept looping, I guess. Oh, this sucks, but I kind of just have to get this, or she's going to go and struggle. We have none pallets. Yeah, we screwed up there. I should have insta-vaulted it. Mercy buckets. He might be coming back. He is definitely coming back. It's really unfortunate. Oh, is he gonna go for me? Oh, he is. I'm gonna pre-drop this. Didn't mean to bring him to everyone else, but I am dead on hook, so... He's still going for me? Okay. Well, at least we know he is intending to tunnel. Sorry, kneecap. Yeah. Nothing we can do there. That sucks. Okay, we're on Family Residence this time. This is a map which I have played on more than once. Actually, I've played on that new map like a million times now, so what's my excuse? But build hasn't been working out too well because we haven't really had a moments of peace, so... Okay, so let's co-op this gen with Gabe. We have the Bardic Inspiration and the Prove Thyself and the Corrective Action if he ever fails a skill check. And if I can hit some greats, we can build up our tokens as well. We have 4 tokens. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the game because I probably won't notice when it procs, but we do need to pay attention to see if we actually get any value out of this perk. Okay. Tried to run around him there. Haven't played against too many pyramid heads lately, so... Oh, that was pretty good from me. I'm actually gonna leave. We have another pallet here. At least we have one. It's not as safe as the one we were on. We're gonna have to run through the gunk, but that's okay. Ah, if we got the fast fault there, we might have made it. Also, we can try and get some corrective action value. I really hope this guy intentionally fails some skill checks, but the problem is I don't know if people even know what the perk does. Like, if I see corrective action on me ever in a game, which has never happened to this date, I will fail skill checks on purpose, just so that person gets a little bit of serotonin from their perk actually doing something. I absolutely love this perk. This is for sure going on my list of all-time greats. I don't know how good it is. I do still hold some belief that it is a decent perk, but I don't think it's like incredible. I think Prove Thyself is probably like more effective as a gen speed engine, but I do also think that it's a good perk. Okay, fail some skill checks, Astree. I believe in you. You can fail. Okay, Astree, fail a skill check, please. I swear to, if I go through this whole day, like, I have had corrective action proc before. But if I go through this whole day without this perk triggering a single time, that will suck. We have to... Oh, Astree is a legend. Actual legend. Oh, but this is bad. Okay, we're gonna get the unhook really quick, and then we are going to have to run into a wall. Yeah, okay. That was to be expected, but Ada was on the other side of the universe, so we kind of had to, otherwise he would have gone into struggle there. Yeah, he just wants me. Okay, we just make distance to main building, because even if we die over here, at least they might have a chance to work on gens on the 3 gen. Did he go inside? He did. Oh no way, he's gonna actually interrupt the gen. That's crazy. He's actually giving away the kill. He might still come for us after, but if we can make enough distance, then... Yeah, he's still coming for us, but we have cross-map distance now, so... Okay, they're healing over here, but... I do need to try and not die. Yeah. That sucks. It makes sense for him to do that though, like, honestly no hard feelings. If there's a free kill, you take it. So... Okay, treatment theater. Okay. This is very lore accurate as well. Treatment theater. Okay, it is a Vecna once again. Well then. The only way to celebrate our escape, our brush with death, is to play a nice little tune. Yeah, okay. Trying to get him on me. Oh no. Okay, good. He's on us now. thought that pallet was still there. We wouldn't have made it anyway, but... Okay, I just wanted to take the... I just wanted to take the killer off A Street, but yeah, Nia is now the most powerful being in the universe. She has the eye and a Vecna, which means when she vaults out, she becomes invisible too. That is insane. So every 30 seconds, basically, as long as she heals too, she can just lose the killer. Yeah. Okay. This pallet's also gone. That's rough, man. The mage hand there didn't really do anything for him, because... It was a good idea, but I was kind of ready for him to do something like that. The Flight of the Damned is a spell which is very dodgeable. It's probably cutting us off. But we do have a pallet. Okay. I don't think he has Mage Hand ready quite yet. He might just zone us on this until he has it. Yeah. I didn't really want to take the risk, but we didn't have anywhere else to go there, so I maybe should have just stayed. Okay, he's coming this way. It's fine. I'm gonna drop this. He's gonna mage hand it back up, which means we can use it again later. So I know we have this pallet right here. I'm gonna have to run away from it for now, but I'm gonna do my darndest to make it back around. Okay, he left us. Okay, Nia's dead on hook, but she died valiantly, and I think Astree's on the last gen. Over here somewhere. Yeah, it's right there, but I think it's a solo gen. Yeah, it's a solo gen, so he's gonna go for her. But we will go and work on it behind his back. Okay. We have to try and die as far away from this as we can. Okay, we do have a pallet. He's gonna block this. Okay, huge. Means we are pretty much dead. We still have this pallet though. He picked it back up earlier. Oof. That was lucky. Ada's not gonna have this done, I don't think. Maybe she does. Ada! Okay, the more I lose, the more morons I'm going to get paired up with, so the more chance of corrective action actually working. Guys, what are we doing? Okay, well, I'm going to actually try. Okay. Okay, maybe those guys can actually reset, but the thing is I don't think they're actually playing, so it's gonna be el problema. We're just gonna pre-drop this. We get to shack. There's a whole lot of nothing between us and the shack, but good throw. Thank you, Jen. Trap her in. Okay, we have this pallet here. It's not actually a very bad pallet. I actually lost chase there, so... Okay. This is a really good loop. Still not in chase, so... And this is why you don't give up, guys. There's always hope. We just did 3 gens, or 2 gens in that chase. Problem is, if these guys are still throwing, which they are... Why? Ugh. Okay, I love playing this game, but this is a genuinely rage-inducing moment, because I just pulled off a, like, 2-minute chase, at least, and they're still not even trying. Fair enough. That was a kind of annoying game because Leon wasn't trying, and Quentin killed himself, but we could have actually won properly. But it's okay. It's fine, whatever. Okay guys, so that is pretty much gonna do it for this video. Earlier on I said, kind of jokingly, I'm gonna go until I get corrective action to proc. The thing is, when I said that, I actually expected the perk to work early on, like maybe in the first 3 games. I didn't expect it to not work at all. So, yeah, this has not gone the way I expected. I did not use corrective action once. The thing with this perk is it just doesn't really do anything. People don't miss skill checks, and it's not like it even counteracts things like pain res or anything like that. I'm not even sure if it works against like oppression or overcharge. And the thing is with overcharge and oppression is like, at least with overcharge, you would have to do it in a very specific way where the guy gets on the gen and you get on after him and then he fails the skill check but it doesn't fail. But I'm not certain that it even works like that. I think it's just regular skill checks. Yeah, when the survivor fails a normal skill check, they even specify a normal skill check. They couldn't even make it like useful against other killer perks. Yeah. Sometimes behavior is just confusing. The amount of like limitations they add onto perks, which you could actually combine with other things to make them at least somewhat interesting, just don't work the way you want them to. It's baffling, honestly. It's just, yeah, this perk is bad. And like, at least with Calm Spirit, I was using it constantly, and there were a couple times where maybe even like the silent cleansing actually helped. With this, I just didn't use it because even when I was co-oping on gens, which to be fair, actually, these games were pretty chaotic. I didn't have that much time to co-op on gens, but people just aren't failing skill checks randomly because most people are actually paying attention and also aren't stupid. So, like, yeah, when I started playing DbD on PC, I could not hit skill checks. I couldn't hit any skill checks, and I actually didn't want to do gens with other players because I knew that I was going to fail skill checks, and I didn't want to like kill people. So I objectively went to do solo gens when I started playing DbD because I couldn't hit skill checks. And that's why I played Fung to begin with. It wasn't because she was a gamer girl and, you know, but it was because of Technician, because I actually thought Technician seemed great at the time because I suck at skill checks. So why not bring a perk which makes me suck less at skill checks? But that was like when I had played 0 to 30 hours. And then eventually you know the timing for skill checks and it's hard to miss them anymore. So I'm 2,000 hours and probably most of the people I'm playing with will be at least 1,000 hours, I would guess. I mean, I don't know what my MMR is at the moment. I've lost a lot of games lately, but I would expect I'm still relatively high MMR, and people probably have been playing for at least a few hundred hours. You know, they're not going to be new megs that have never touched a gen before. So it just isn't going to do anything. And, you know, as much as I wanted it to do something, just to say that, like, wow, I got corrective action value, it's not possible unless I play with a friend who can, like, intentionally fail skill checks just to use the perk. But then, like, the thing is, it doesn't do anything. Like, it just makes them hit a normal skill check, a good skill check. It doesn't provide any value or, like, bonus speed. So, anyway, the outro isn't meant to be me ranting about the perk, but it was, because I didn't actually rant about it quite enough at the beginning. But that's because I've become so frustrated over the past, I mean, I don't know how long I've been recording this specific video, a couple hours maybe? Over the past a couple hours, that this perk hasn't worked once. But this is to highlight that it's a bad perk, and we tried specifically with a specific playstyle and a specific build to make the perk do something, and it still didn't. So if that doesn't tell you how bad this perk is, then I don't know what will. So I don't actually know which one I'm going to do next, but I'll figure that out later. But, yeah, corrective action. Let me know in the comments again what you would do to make corrective action better. How would you change the perk? Do you think it needs a full rework or maybe just a little buff here or there? I don't know. Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm actually very much enjoying this series anyway. It's nice having a little goal to do. So, yeah, thanks for watching. You're all super awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.